School in Rockaway, New Jersey for today's boys soccer game and match between the Pope John Lions and the Morris Knolls Golden Eagles. Hello, everyone. Mike Formisano here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. The Pope John Lions coming off an incredible Cinderella run in the 101 Sussex Boys Soccer Tournament as an 11 seed, defeating South Hunterton, who was number 18 at home, 3-1. Then knocking off Phillipsburg at Phillipsburg, the number 6 seed, 1-0. Ethan Nowak with the game winner there. And then defeating number 3 Hackettstown in penalty kicks by a score of 5-3. Moving on to the semifinals against Voorhees, and it went down to the last 15 seconds of the second overtime period. As basically Pope John was getting ready to set up for penalty kicks, Voorhees hit a free kick into the back of the net with 15 seconds remaining. And that propelled the Vikings on to the finals, and Pope John returns to the regular season schedule. But a lot to look forward to, including the New Jersey State Tournament in just a couple of weeks. Today, they look for payback against Morris Knolls for a 3-2 loss to the Golden Eagles on September 17th at Pope John High School. Morris Knolls getting 2 goals in that game by Jackson Robinson in the second half that propelled the Golden Eagles to a comeback victory. So what will happen today, we shall find out. Here are the rosters. We'll start with Morris Knolls. Number 0 is Kyle Boland. 00, Quentin Fitzpatrick. The goalkeeper, number 1, Angelo Diasti. Number 2 is Tyler Carifi. Number 3 is Thomas Becht. 4, Hayden Cote. 5, Jonathan Carifi. 6, Gabriel Restrepo. 7, Anthony Delgado. Number 8, Brian Bolka. Number 9, Liam Coviello. 10, Jackson Robinson. 11, Diego Casano. 12, Delmiro Dates. 13, Grayson Schnell. 14, Santiago Garcia Arroyo. 15, Bruno Rosso. 16, Robert Ginobili. 17, Jefferson Zapata. 18, Kevin Doyle. Number 20, Jacob Luxon. 21, Michael DiCongilio. Number 22, Ryan Mahoney. 23, Liam Potts. 24, Ben Priestner. Number 25, Aiden Kana. The head coach of the Morris Knolls Golden Eagles were 10-7, 6-4 in the NJAC National Division is Mike Mugavero. Assistant coach Thomas Keefe. For the Pope John Lions, we start with number 2, Steve Leonard. Number 3 is Graydon Morrow. Number 4, Ethan Poplowski. Number 5, Santiago Vargas. Number 6, Sergio Carabajo. Number 7, Chris Opat. Number 8, Landon Terrazas. Number 9, Damian Stowawi. Number 10, Nick Aceto. Number 11, Manny Vargas. Number 12, Daniel Burns. 14, Ethan Nowak. 15, Teo Fadillo. 16, Tyler Wright. 17, Sebastian Alvarez. 18, Heath Gallant. 20, William Franco. 21, Anthony Patino. 22, Alex Cuello. Christopher Sabella is number 23. 26 is Jacob Burns. 24, Quinn Klebitz. And number 8 on the JV varsity, JV jersey, I should say, is Logan Clerico. And then number 28 is Ethan Burns. The goalkeepers, number 25, Zach Cash. And number 1, freshman goalkeeper, Matthew Rivera. The president of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County is Mr. Daniel O'Keefe. The principal of Pope John High School is Gene Emmering. The VP chaplain, Father John Calabro. The athletic director, Brian McAleer. Athletic trainers, Gerard Graziano and Jordan Martin. Site manager, Ben Perez. The head coach of the Pope John Lions boys soccer team is Christian Adia. And the assistant coach, Jared Ottaviano. I'm Mike Formisano. We're here live in Rockaway, New Jersey at Morris Knolls High School. It's the Pope John Lions and the Morris Knolls Golden Eagles. And the captains out at midfield right now, Chris Opat, Manny Vargas, Nick Aceto out there. And they're doing the coin toss with the Golden Eagles. Morris Knolls in their green jerseys with white numbers and white shorts. And Pope John in their white jerseys with Pope John across the front with blue numbers, white shorts. We'll be back for opening kickoff right after this. The Pope John Lions and the Morris Knolls Golden Eagles from Morris Knolls High School in Rockaway, New Jersey on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Morris Knolls High School in Rockaway, New Jersey for Pope John Lions Boys Soccer. Mike Formasano along with you on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us on this perfect fall afternoon. Leaves are changing, they're dropping from the trees. The temperature in the high 50s, a little bit of a breeze. Perfect autumn afternoon here in late October. Well, Pope John, as I said, the records for Morris Knolls. Pope John is 8-7 on the year, and they are 4-5 in the NJAC National. So they're looking to go ahead and climb the standings there and also get a better seed in the New Jersey State Tournament. This is their last road game on the schedule. They have 3 more home games. The Friday game that was scheduled against Kittatinny has been moved up to tomorrow on our schedule. So that is tomorrow, 4 p.m., Pope John High School. We're unfortunately not going to be at that game. We're going to be at volleyball because of senior night. Senior night, we try and cover all the senior nights for all the different teams. And so we're doing JV for volleyball, including senior night right after. And then the varsity at 4 p.m. That's when we start from the Murphy Athletic Center at Pope John High School. Nothing scheduled for Friday, unfortunately. If the game had been on Friday, we would have been able to cover it. So, but we will see about getting the Lions on next week for their 2 home games. I think there's a strong possibility of being able to get the 29th and 31st. And then the New Jersey State Tournament from there. Saturday morning, 9 a.m., we got Pope John Lions freshman football from St. Peter's Prep in Jersey City. And then at noon, the varsity play home against the St. Peter's Prep Marauders. All set for soccer here. The Lions will be going right to left in their white jerseys, white shorts. Morris Knolls left to right. Green jerseys, white shorts, green socks. Here's number 7 for Morris Knolls, Anthony Delgado, who will start things off. The front line for Morris Knolls and Pope John. And here we go. We're underway. Down the pitch it goes to Manny Vargas, fullback for the Lions. Kicks it all the way back down into Morris Knolls territory. Number 18, Kevin Doyle with the header. Played by Teo. Lions looking for a quick start today. Here's Opat. They had gone through 99 minutes and 45 seconds of scoreless soccer on Saturday against Voorhees. And it was the last 15 seconds, a free kick for the Vikings propelled them to the finals. Kick by number 14, Santiago Garcia, turned around by Vargas. Now Vargas will send it right back down the pitch. About midfield, played there by number 3, Thomas Becht. Down the sideline, number 11, Diego Casano. Vargas stops it there. Teo gets it back. Teo will pass it off to Daniel Burns. Here's Burns on the near side. Big boot down the field. Oh, collision between Sabella and Opat and a whistle on the play. And it's going to go Morris Knolls' direction. Sabella popped back up. Looks to be okay. Opat didn't look any worse for wear. Got a working scoreboard here today, so we'll be able to go ahead and keep the clock for you. 0-0, obviously, your score is just a minute and a half in. We're just underway here from Morris Knolls High School in Rockaway, New Jersey. Here's Sabella going to the near sideline. Stopped by Ethan Nowak. Goes out of bounds. Morris Knolls possession. Golden Eagles, they are 10-7 on the season, 6-4 in the NJAC National. Pope John, 8-7 with a 4-5 record in division. Their one head-to-head went Morris Knolls' direction 3-2 back on September 17th. This is a return matchup for the Lions. Here is Opat. Stop there. Number 8, Brian Bolka. Bolka saved the goal in that match. I remember it was Boban who went ahead and went to the net and had the net wide open. The goalkeeper had beaten the goalkeeper, but it was Bolka on the back line who stopped it from going in. And from there, they were able to tie the match and then win it on 2 goals by Jackson Robinson. So here's number 3, Becht. He'll set up from just beyond the midfield stripe. Big boot toward the goal. Vargas settles it. Robinson. Oh, the kick by number 14, Santiago Garcia. It goes wide. Opat with the header. Rivera wearing the dark Pope John shirt today as opposed to the short sleeves since the colder weather. Here's Burns. Been waiting for this weather for so long, and now it's finally here. And you start seeing everybody pull out the long sleeves and pant legs and so forth. And it had been hot for so long here in the northern New Jersey area. Even back on Saturday, it was a temperature of 77 degrees for the 100 Warren Sussex semifinal. So a throw in, turned around by number 11, Casano. There's Poplawski in there, right in front of the official scores table. 4 minutes in. A beautiful setting here with the trees in the background, wide open field, turf field here. Here is Morris Knolls, a shot in, goes wide left, and on the back of the goal kick for Pope John. So Rivera will set it up, give it over to Daniel Burns. Burns, kick down the pitch to Nowak. Just past Nowak. Goes over the near sideline. Pope John possession. Well, Sabella will pick it up. Gives it over to Burns, and Burns with the throw in. Good header by number 21, Michael DiCagilio. Oh, nice slide tackle by Patino. Over to Opat. Now Stowawi. Damian Stowawi in the far wing. Trying to get around Becht. Whistle, and it'll go the other way. Morris Knolls. Goalkeeper Angelo D'Asti coming out of his net. Kick the ball. He'll just pass it off to his fullback, number 18, Kevin Doyle. Doyle down the pitch. Burns turns it around. Here's Sabella. Over to Patino. Back to Sabella. Chris Sabella. Nice move around number 8, Brian Bolka. Opat. Opat to Nowak. Nowak coming in. Nowak just underneath his feet. And D'Asti jumps on it. Oh, Nowak had a golden opportunity, but just couldn't settle the ball down. And by the time he was able to position himself, D'Asti was all over it. Now the boot by D'Asti, kind of high in the air, doesn't really go far. Sent back. Here's Nowak to Sabella. Chris Sabella on the near wing. Sabella racing in, trying to center it. It's stolen away. And Morris Knolls with it, number 4, Hayden Cote. Now Burns to Teo, over to Patino. Patino turned back by Morris Knolls to midfield. Stowawi slide tackle to stop the ball from going into Pope John area. Now number 7, Delgado. Oh, good slide tackle by Poplawski. Gives it over to Patino. Here's Burns with it. Burns on the near sideline. Stolen by Morris Knolls, Santiago Garcia. Poplawski with the header. Just over Teo's head. Garcia. And now Poplawski stops forward progress. And the boot by number 7, Delgado, goes wide left. And Rivera settles it in. Received some words from parents earlier today about different recognition of soccer players in the northern New Jersey area. And NJ.com recognizing in the freshman bracket the work of goalkeeper Matthew Rivera. And so that was great to see. The freshmen as well being considered. And, we've watched all year long how some of the top players for Pope John have played. But Rivera's work in goal, and I'll never forget that penalty kick stop in the second half against Voorhees. That was incredible. Ball in. Vargas after it. Vargas trying to get to the back line. It was the last touch by Morris Knolls and secured a goal kick. Jackson Robinson all over him. Robinson, a dangerous forward for Morris Knolls, scoring twice the last time these teams played. It was Cote with the first half goal. Robinson with 2 tallies in the second half that made the difference. Here's Poplawski. Turned back around by Bolka. Rivera will scoop it up. 8 minutes in here from Morris Knolls High School in Rockaway, New Jersey. 0-0 your score. Lions' last regular season road match. They'll have 3 more games at home and then on to the New Jersey State Tournament. That'll be in November. Looking forward to it. Turned around. There is number 7, Delgado, trying to move in. Teo down. Ball taken by Nowak over to Sabella. Chris Sabella down the pitch. Landed Terrazas into the match. Terrazas. Patino on number 4, Cote. Now Teo. Up to Terrazas. Over to Patino, right across the midfield stripe. Stowawi on the far end, right in front of the official scorers table. Here's Poplawski to Teo. Teo knocked down by Jackson Robinson. It's going to be a free kick for the Lions. Wind starting to pick up a little bit, going from right to left on your screen. Blowing in from the western sky. Here is Manny Vargas. Big kick down the pitch. Toward the goal, headed out by Robinson. Now Robinson on the near side. Down the pitch it goes. Burns after it. Taken by number 11, Casano. Keeps possession. Over to number 3, Thomas Becht. Stopped by Poplawski. Pass to Opat. Now given back to Patino. Patino met there by Cote. Pass over to Garcia. Garcia will send it in. Good header by Manny Vargas. Turn back around, and Vargas will boot it down to midfield. Here's Opat. Chris Opat sending Nowak on his way. Offside. Ethan Nowak just a step ahead of the Morris Knolls defense. So Diasti has it. We'll set it down. We're 10 minutes in here. No score. Pope John and Morris Knolls from Morris Knolls High School in Rockaway, New Jersey. We're back to regular season action after the exciting 101 Sussex run that Pope John had. Header. Teo, left boot. Cote trying to get around Teo. Gives it up to Delgado. There's Delgado moving in. The shot wide left. Out of bounds. Goal kick for Pope John. Rivera setting up for the goal kick. Tomorrow's activities at the Murphy Athletic Center, Pope John High School. Just to let you know, we are covering everything going on with the volleyball team tomorrow, the JV game, the senior night, and the varsity, but it will not be live. We're going to tape delay it because anything in the Murphy Athletic Center is best to tape delay so we get a clear signal. The internet, the wireless in there is not too good. So we will have it on the channel tomorrow night, but we're going to cover the JV game, and then we're going to get senior night for you, and then the varsity right after against Randolph. That'll be tomorrow night. 4 p.m. for the Murphy Athletic Center if you want to join us down at Pope John High School. Here's Burns. We do the same with basketball. Basketball always has to be tape delayed at home for that reason. Here's Teo in, blocked. But we get it up on the channel within a couple of hours. We did that the other day, so. Here's Teo. Good throw in. Off the head of number 22, Ryan Mahoney. Stop there. There is Garcia. Pass Burns. Vargas up. Will pass to Stowawi. Now, Saturday, freshman football. Haven't heard anything about where the varsity is going to be covered this week. If they need us to be able to do it, we'll be happy to do it. I don't know if another network's picking it up at Super Football or Big State or NJ.com. NJ.com was supposed to have the St. Joe's of Montvale game for Pope John last Saturday, but the game was canceled because of illness. So I don't know if anybody is scheduled to pick it up. If not, put the word out there, I'll be happy to go ahead and do it. So we're already getting a freshman game in Jersey City. We just have to drive back, which we're already going to do. we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. And then Sunday, Junior Lions football. 11U and 13U as long as they're in the same place. But we'll cover that on Sunday. And then the JV football game on Monday for you from Jersey City. Header by Nowak. Out of bounds. Here's Traz. Sabella with the throw-in. Well, he's actually going to give it to Burns. No score here from Morris Knolls High School in Rockaway, New Jersey. Burns with the throw-in toward the middle of the pitch. Morris Knolls sends it back up. Here is Burns from Teo. Burns back to Teo. Teo turn around. Jackson Robinson with it now. Pass over to Delgado. Now Delgado to Cote. Cote down the pitch toward the far side. Here's number 11, Casado. Casado tried to get her up Poplowski. Good defense by Ethan Poplowski. And now the pass up from Vargas to Patino. Teo to the midfield stripe, turned back around by Garcia. Stopped there by Terrazas, turned back around by Morris Knolls. Number 21, Michael DiCongilio. So Poplowski with the throw-in. About 15 minutes in, first half, 0-0. Free kick for Pope John as Terrazas is taken down. So Patino will set it down.
No, if they score, Anthony said he celebrated me.
Patino waiting for the referee. Oh, he goes. There he goes. Boot to the center. Header out by number 18, Doyle. Delgado and Teo. Teo has it. Comes back to number 4, Cote. Over to Garcia. Garcia with the cross pitch pass to number 11. That is Casano. Now Becht after it. It goes over the back line. Last touch by Morris Knolls. Goal kick for Pope John. Rivera walking after it. So I think the way the schedule breaks next week, I think we'll be able to cover the Wednesday and Friday home matches for Pope John Soccer. I know Montville's one of them, Morris Hills is another. I have to take a look and see. I haven't really looked that far ahead yet. So I know after next weekend, we start moving into the state tournaments. And those are all single eliminations, so it happens quick. Here's the boot. Wide right. Out of bounds. Goal kick for Pope John. Morris Knolls with possibly their best opportunity in the match so far. Wind starting to pick up again. It's a wide field, as you can see in the background. The valley down below. Good header. Turn back around toward the near sideline. Out of bounds. Pope John throwing. Here is Daniel Burns. Off of Terrazas' head. And it's going to be sent back to the goalkeeper, Diasti. Angelo Diasti. To the far sideline. Tried to get it to Robinson. Cut off by Patino. Now to Becht. There is DiCongilio over to Cote. Sabella tried to stop that. Teo in there as well. Teo steals it. Teo down the middle. He's got options. The shot. Save Diasti. Wow, what a save by the goalkeeper for Morris Knolls off that low, hard shot from Teo Fadillo. That was Pope John's best chance in the match. 22:38 to go, first half. Down the pitch it goes. Burns sends it back now. Number 22, Ryan Mahoney. Vargas is back to get it. Delgado on him. Played over the sideline. Great play by Vargas, that'll force a throw it as opposed to a corner kick. Delgado trying to center it off of Burns, and that will give Morris Knolls a corner. So Thomas Beck will do the honors for the Golden Eagles. 21:47 to go in the first half. Pope John setting up their defense. Here's the boot toward the middle. Good header out by Vargas. Toward the far side, picked up by number 9, Liam Covilio. Vargas able to get that out of harm's way. Over the back line, and a goal kick for Pope John. Matty Vargas will boot it out. Here's the kick. Down the pitch it goes. There is number 18, Kevin Doyle. Ball goes out of bounds. Now, Patino over to Stowowie. Damian Stowowie turned around by Becht. Comes over to Robinson. Now, number 9, that is Covilio, stolen away by Sabella.
Coviello.
Sorry?
Coviello.
Coviello, thank you.
You're welcome.
Here's Patino. Now Teo. Taken away by Delgado. Delgado over to Robinson. Jackson Robinson, the kick. Save Rivera. Save by the freshman netminder for Pope John. Big kick down the pitch to midfield. Now, Nowak sends it up to Terrazas. Terrazas, Diasti to the top of the box. Makes a sliding save. We are halfway through the first half. 19 and change to go. 0-0 your score. Diasti with the boot. High up in the air. Short of the midfield stripe. Teo will send it back over. Now Nowak. Nowak. Oh, tripped down. And that will wind up a free kick for Pope John. And a yellow card. It'll be a yellow card against Coviello. Or Covilio. Oh, the free kick will be taken by number 21, Anthony Patino. Patino sets up at the blue line here. Here's the kick by Patino. High up in the air, looking for a header. Can't get it. It's turned back around by Morris Knolls out of the box and set up to Delgado. Teo tries to turn it around, but Jackson Robinson on it. Here's Burns. Taken by Cote. Sent back up the pitch. Now Burns gives to Sabella. Chris Sabella up the near sideline. Gets a bump. Taken away by number 2. And that is Tyler Carifi. Morris Knolls with the throw-in, last touched by Pope John. Off of Teo, goes out of bounds. Morris Knolls will inbound once again. 22, Ryan Mahoney with the throw-in. Way down the pitch it goes. Bit of a curve to it. Wonder how much of that was the wind. Now down the near sideline, it's going to go back to Pope John. 18:23 remaining, first half. No score. Pope John and Morris Knolls. Off of Nowak. High up in the air. Delgado, stolen by Vargas. Now Stowowie. Damian Stowowie gives it back to Manny. He's going to roll back. He'll tip it over to Rivera. And Rivera trying to play it around Delgado. Good kick down the pitch. Over to the Terrazas. Looking for Nowak. Nowak, who's onside. The ball didn't get to him. Now Teo. Teo setting it up to Sabella. Intercepted by Mahoney. Here's Cote. Hayden Cote with it. Down the pitch it goes. Vargas after. Delgado on him. Off of Delgado's shoulder. He'll settle it down. Vargas defending. Now here's Robinson. Back over to Cote. Blocked by Stowowie. Damian Stowowie racing up the midfield. He's got two defenders on him, stops it. Gives it to Sabella, now back to Stowowie. Right up the sideline, out of bounds. Morris Knolls will inbound. 17:08 to go. First half. 0-0 your score. Pope John's last road regular season match of 2025. 3 more home matches and then the New Jersey State Tournament. Here's Mahoney. Ryan Mahoney. Way down the pitch into the corner. Delgado settles it there. Turns back around. Good defensive wall set up by Pope John. They steal it back. There's Opat. All the way down to the near corner it goes. Nowak racing after it goes over the line. It's going to be Morris Knolls' possession. 16:22 to go. First half. Pope John and Morris Knolls scoreless here from Rockaway, New Jersey. Only with the throw in. Robinson stops it there. Backwards. Off of Teo. It's going to be Morris Knolls' possession. Substitutions in. Number 2, Stephen Leonard. And number 18, Heath Gallant. Did not see Nick Aceto in. Aceto got hurt during the Saturday match. Thank you. Sabella turns it back around. Stop there by number 17. I don't know the severity of the injury to Aceto, so I'll try and find out from head coach Chris Ardilla. But just to say he's out right now, so I've seen him. Now, Sabella. Chris Sabella. Also have number 19 in. Don't have a name for 19. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to speculate. I believe that looks like Logan Clerico. I could be wrong, so again, as I said, I don't have confirmation of that, so I'm just going to go with, because he was wearing number 8 the other day, which was also the same number as Terrazas, but now has number 19, and it looks like Logan, so. I know Ethan Burns, Jacob Burns, and Quinn Klebitz were also called up during the HWS, so. Clerico coming up from JV. He's right on the ball now, if that's him, number 19. Comes over to number 2. That's Tyler Karifi. Sends it in toward Rivera. Makes the catch. Can of corn. Clock down to 14 and change remaining. First half. 0-0 your score. Sent back by Morris Knolls, number 8, Brian Bulka. We had 5 goals in the last match. This match, nothing so far. Each match is different. Very defensive so far. Now, here's number 3 in. Boot in toward Rivera. He makes the save. Thomas Becht sending it skyward toward the net. Rivera there to make the catch. Now Rivera with the kick. Down the pitch. Over the head of Terrazas and DiCongilio. Teo stops it. Sends it back up. There's Opat. Opat will give it back to number 18. That's Heath Gallant. Gallant being chased by Delgado, so he sends it back to Rivera. Rivera, he shanked it. Robinson sends it over to Delgado. Delgado! And Leonard on top of him is able to play it loose. Now Robinson comes over to number 17. High kick. Way over the crossbar out of bounds. Jefferson Zapata. And a goal kick for Pope John. The Lions taking a collective sigh of relief there. Rivera thought he had the angle to kick it out of the box and hit off the side of his left foot. So Robinson was able to get it, passed to Delgado, and eventually wound up on Zapata's foot, and he booted it high into the netting above the crossbar. Here's Leonard trying to get it around Robinson. Now Teo comes over to Becht. Becht on the side. Becht Goal! Thomas Becht was able to take it on the far side, wound up with the shot going into the top right corner of the net past Rivera. And Morris Knolls, with 12:26 to go in the first half, take a 1-0 lead. Thomas Becht with the goal, 12:26 remaining first half.
Yo, guys, if you think about it, I touched the ball and that's just
So it'll be Landon Terrazas who sets up. Cheers coming from the Morris Knolls contingent here at Morris Knolls High School. Pass back to Teo. Over to Burns. Burns gives it to Leonard. Stephen Leonard. Back to Teo. Sends it over to Vargas. Down the pitch it goes. Turned back around by Kevin Doyle. Sends it all the way down the pitch. Gallant chasing it. Off of Heath Gallant, and Becht will inbound. Gallant with the throw in. Stopped there by number 4, Hayden Cote. Now stopped by number 21, Michael DiCagilio. Stolen away. Here comes Pope John. Landed Terrazas. And Morris Knolls, number 21, DiCagilio, in to be able to give it back to Diasti. Stop that rush by the Lions. Now Delgado after it. Gallant there. Delgado steals it away. Delgado toward the net. Wide left. Out of bounds. Goal kick for Pope John. So Matty Vargas will set up for the goal kick. 11 minutes to go, first half. Morris Knolls is just taking a 1-0 lead on a goal by Thomas Becht. 12:26 remaining in the first half. It is Becht with it again. Up the far side, into the corner, goes over the back line, and a goal kick for Pope John. Oh, Rivera gives it over to Vargas. Manny with a big boot down the pitch. 19 with it, over to Teo. Blocked there by Pope John. Here's Terrazas. Landed Terrazas. Stopped, turns back around. Good movement around number 9. Into the far corner, Stowowie after. Diassi's going to come out of the box. He's going to boot it out of bounds over the sideline and slow up the Pope John attack. 10 minutes remaining, first half. 1-0 Morris Knolls leads on a goal by Thomas Becht. Inbound to Opat. Chris Opat trying to center it. Gives it to Terrazas. Take it away. Now goes over to Leonard. Leonard. Teo in there. Now number 8, Brian Bolka. Vargas after it, and I'll just send it back to Rivera. Matthew Rivera will secure it. Kick it down the pitch. Stopped there by 17, Jefferson Zapata. Cote with the kick. Wide left. Out of bounds. Goal kick. 9:12 to go, first half. Vargas sets up for the kick. Here it is. Toward the midfield stripe. Knocked down by Morris Knolls. Up to Stowowie. Stop there. Here's Cote with it. Pass over to number 8, Brian Bolka. Bolka toward the net. Good header out. Oh, what a save by Rivera. Rivera able to make the save on that cross into the box. A great save by netminder Matthew Rivera. And Rivera's work there in the crease, able to keep this game 1-0. Pope John makes a comeback in this game, you will long to remember that save right there. Here's Nowak. Pass up. Trying to hit Terrazas. Intercepted by Morris Knolls. Now Opat gives to Patino. Patino back to Opat. Terrazas turned around. Landed after it. Cleared out of the way by Mahoney. Now sent back to Diasti. Down the pitch it goes. Nowak. Opat. Number 9 right over him there. Sent toward the near side. He's going to roll out of bounds and be Pope John possession. Nowak with the throw in. 7:18 and counting, first half. Burns. Immediately, Robinson jumps on him. Burns tips it toward the back line, goes out of bounds. Goal kick for Morris Knolls with 7 minutes remaining in the first half. We haven't seen you in about 48 hours. Last time we were on was Monday afternoon when the girls' soccer team defeated Morris Hills by a score of 2-1. Both goals in that match for Pope John scored by Skylar Wyatt, and the Lady Lions able to win their third match of the season. Here is Terrazas. Burns in on Robinson. Over Burns' head. High up in the air. Good header by Burns. Now Patino. Pass over to Opat. Now back to Stowali. Damian Stowali. Gives it over. Stowali. Vargas after it. Manny Vargas. Big kick down the pitch. Stop there. Now Patino. Patino down the near sideline. Nowak after it. It's going to be Morris Knolls' possession. 6 minutes remaining. Boca with the throw in. Good header by Nowak over to Terrazas. Landon Terrazas. Turned around, there's Delgado for Morris Knolls. Sends it up the pitch to Zapata. Now to Becht. Becht racing in on the far side. Becht with the shot. Wide right. Just missed the far post. Goal kick for Pope John. Good defense in there by Heath Gallant for Pope John, preventing Becht from getting a clear shot on net. So, score remains 1-0. Here is Burns with the goal kick. To midfield, Opat from Terrazas. Stowali now sending up to Opat. Opat racing up the sideline. Centering it to Terrazas, the shot. And it goes wide left. We got a whistle. And it's going to go over to Pope John. Offside. So offside of the play. Clock down to 4:40 remaining, first half. Teo with the header. Now over to Becht. Becht. Down the far side. Vargas with it. Matty Vargas sends it back to midfield. Teo in there. Good turnaround by him. Stowali. Back to Teo. Up to Opat. Opat, good footwork. Trying to work his way around 2 defenders. He'll give it back to Patino. Anthony Patino sends it up to Stowali and have another offside. 4 minutes remaining, first half. Pass comes in, Coviello. And it goes back to Diassi, who'll boot it out toward the midfield stripe. Patino turns it around. Good kick by him. Up in the air by Mahoney. Sent forward. Terrazas after it. Sent back near side. Patino in midfield. Cote knocks him down. It's going to be a free kick for Pope John. 3:26 remaining. First half. Vargas sends it all the way down the pitch. Into the far corner. Diassi's going to come out and play it. Goalkeeper Angelo Diasti Just puts his left foot on top of the ball, waiting for Terrazas to come in, then he picks it up. 3:05 remaining, first half. Here's the boot. Way down the pitch it goes. Good kick. Now Patino. To Nowak, good header. Good backwards kick. Now over to Bolka. Past Vargas. Here comes Delgado. Delgado with the shot. Score! It just went past Vargas, and that opened up a doorway for Delgado to get in there. And Anthony Delgado sends it into the left corner of the net. 2-0 your score. Morris Knolls on top of Pope John with 2:38 remaining in the first half. Anthony Delgado scores to make it 2-0.
Yo, who wants to touch my hand?
So Pope John will start up with it. Terrazas back to Teo. Gives it over to Burns. Back to Patino. Here's Vargas. Matty Vargas sends it down the pitch, looking to hit Nowak. Nowak racing in. Nowak trying to get there cleared out of the way by number 18, Kevin Doyle. That's going to set up a corner for Pope John. Corner taken by Nowak toward the middle, over everybody's head, and goes toward the sideline. Vargas racing to keep it in, can't do so. And it'll be a Morris Knolls throw in. No, they're gonna say, is it going? It's going over to Pope John. Last touch by Morris Knolls. Minute 48 to go. Whistle on the play. And he's going to go over to Morris Knolls now. So, free kick for Becht. Sends it back to Diasti. Becht up the sideline, past Sabella. Now Burns stops it there. Daniel Burns. Gives it over to Nowak. Ethan Nowak to Patino. Good give and go. Nowak trying to get around number 15, Rosso. Out of bounds, Pope John possession. Burns with the kick. Less than a minute remaining, first half. Now Patino set up for the kick.
Time, White, let's go.
Here it comes. Toward the middle. Headed out by Morris Knolls. Sabella after it. Becht controls it on the far side. Taken away by Patino. Anthony Patino to Nowak. To Terrazas, offside. 29 seconds remaining. First half. Now Diasti with the kick. Here it is. Down the pitch it goes. Patino to Nowak. Stoali sets it up for Teo. 5 seconds to go. And he's going to kick it back to Vargas, and time will expire as he sends it down a pitch. And that is the end of the first half. Morris Knolls with 2 goals from Thomas Becht and Anthony Delgado take a 2-0 lead. We're at halftime. We'll take a break, start a new feed in about 5 minutes, and come on back for second half action. From Rockaway, New Jersey, and Morris Knolls High School, it's the Morris Knolls Golden Eagles leading the Pope John Lions 2-0. We'll be back after halftime right here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube.